How good are you at saving your garden waste? It's National Composting Week, and here we are in Bedford Town Centre learning more about this from some experts.
Composting is something that everybody can do to reduce the amount of waste that they produce, the amount of waste that's coming out of the household. So it's one of the ways, alongside the household recycling collections that they have, bring sites, so things like bottle banks and textile banks, and also household waste recycling centres. We've got 5 of those across the county. So it's another way, the composting side of things is another way for people to reduce their waste.
And why is it important that we do that in Bedfordshire in particular?
It's important that we do it across the whole of the UK, to be honest. But we're trying to encourage people in Bedfordshire to recycle as much as possible, because we've got a history of landfill in this area. We take a lot of landfill from areas of London as well, and we've got lots of landfill sites. Those are producing gases that contribute to global warming, and so we think it's really important, particularly in this area, to get people to recycle and compost as much as they can, so that we don't have that the gas from the landfill sites. The message actually has changed over the last few years. We started off actually trying to promote recycling to people, and we were really pushing it, and people were asking lots of questions about recycling. We were explaining why it was important, why we felt that they should be involved and use all the schemes that we put in place. And now really people are coming to us saying, oh right, we want to recycle this, where can we recycle this? So the message has really changed and really developed over the past few years really. And that's great, because we're obviously, the message is getting out there and people are demanding the service from us, instead of us providing a service and then trying to persuade people to use it. So things have definitely changed around.
Well, first of all, it's important to know that subsidised compost bins are available through the scheme. The government has put money aside for this particular initiative, and residents can go about obtaining one of 3 bins by visiting our website, which is www.recyclenow.com/compost. There they'll be able to put in their postcodes, and it will take them through to the Bedfordshire website, which shows the choice of the 3 bins available to Bedfordshire residents. Once it gets delivered, you find a position in the garden for it, ideally where it'll get some sunshine and where it will get some soil, so that the soil-borne organisms can get into the compost bin, because the first thing you'll notice is your compost bin is open at the bottom. So plant it somewhere sunny, somewhere where you'll use it, and you're set to go. Then you go about obtaining a little container, or you can use an improvised container such as an ice cream tub, and you go about collecting all your raw fruits and vegetables peels, your tea bags, your eggshells. I would advise you to crush your eggshells finely to do that properly. You can put your coffee grounds in there, your pet hair. The contents from your vacuum cleaner bag can even go in there. If you've got vegetarian pets such as rabbits or guinea pigs, you can even put their waste into the compost bin. We kind of break composting into 2 categories, the ingredients that is. We say these ingredients are called greens and browns. Your greens are all the wet, moist materials, such as your fruits and your vegetable peels, your grass cuttings. On their own, however, they will not compost very well, and may result in a sludge developing at the bottom of your compost heap. And that is when people usually get disillusioned by compost and then usually give up. It need not be that way, so long as you understand composting is needing a different ingredient as well, and that is the dry types of waste. We call these browns. The browns are all the more fibrous materials, such as dry autumn leaves. It could be your bank statements which you've put through the shredder. It could be your cardboard egg boxes. It could be cereal boxes which have been ripped up and scrunched up. Any sorts of papery type things can go into your compost bin. Could also be finely chopped up prunings. And you go about getting a half and half balance between the 2. Best way to ensure that you're getting that right balance is alternate your layers. So keep your layers relatively thin, and then make sure that you've got an alternating layer between it. That will provide it with the right moisture level, the right amount of air to make compost happen.
So this is Judy Oliver from Local News TV in Bedford Town Centre, and I'm rushing off now to start my composting.